Yo, yo, we are live and we are back with another Friday live stream TV placement song critique. Happy Friday, everybody. Let me know if my microphone is working. I'm using a different mic today. I'm going to test it right now on the phone to make sure it's good. But happy Friday. We are listening to your music. If you're new here, I go by the name Excalibur Zero, the music producer you can grow with. And what I do is I listen to your music and I tell you why or why not it would fit for sync placements. I have not only 7 years of composing for television, over hundreds, if not thousands of different sync placements across television, small ads, and film. But I also have 6 years of music supervision experience that'll help you take you to that next level. I feel like my mic needs to be a little bit louder. All right. Let's go ahead and share the stream. What's good, A Mill? How you doing today on this lovely Friday? Let's get this stream shared in the Discord and we'll get it started. We already have some submissions this week, so we're ready to get it popping. Bet. There we go. Got the stream shared. What is good, my boy? Charismatic. How was the volume on the mic? I'll go ahead and pause the music. Pull up the stream on my phone. I'm good, man. It's been a good week so far. I got signed to a new music library. I got some exciting news coming soon that I cannot release yet, but I'm hyped to release. It's been a good week so far. My best friend's in town. Mary, shout out to Mary. She's visiting for her birthday. Microphone is good. All right, cool. We got a few submissions already. So we'll go ahead and get it started. I think we're up. The first one up this week is Keswick, which we haven't heard from in a while. So shout out to Keswick. Happy Friday, Alan. How you doing today, brother? Let's get started with this Keswick track. This one's called Alchemist. It's not playing? All right, let's play the music right now. I see why it's not playing. Here we go. This should be playing right now. I'll start it over right here.
Keswick.
Slapping.
Keswick.
All right, we'll play 2 minutes of that one. That was clean though. Keswick killed it. It's been a minute since we've seen Keswick over here. He's back with a vengeance. Very clean mix. Okay, Keswick. Be good for sync licensing right here. I like this. It's a good tension track right here. Yeah, this is dope. It's a good tension track right here. I think it would fit well for TV. It has a lot of space, good percussive movements. I think a bass to this would be dope though, like an 808 or something. An 808 would be clean on this, I feel like. Has a good movement though. Yeah, this would fit perfect for like a tension track for sure for TV. This next one is from Bring More Cash, but I opened up the link. I think it's just like a live stream that he has. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete it. Bring More Cash, if you're in the stream, you're trying to share your music, just let me know in the chat. But that looked like a random live stream link. But next up, we got the homie Allen. This one's called Shakedown and is a scene opener. Yeah, I can hear that, Charismatic. I can hear that. Clean, man. That's a good track. That's a good drama track. Amel asks, what is a tension track? I meant tension as in TENSION. Tension. Tension tracks are tracks that build suspense in TV. So think of like a horror film, right? The music that's playing in the background is tense, suspenseful. Usually tension tracks lead more suspenseful. There's also something that's called drama tracks that has like the same feeling, but it's a little bit more lighter. Like this track by Allen is a good scene opener track, but it also has a drama feel to it. Like trap beats in general usually have a drama or a tension feel. This one has a good drama feel. Just think about confrontation. I like to compare drama tracks feel like confrontational, like there's an argument or something going on, and tension tracks bring up a lot of suspense. They're a little bit more eerie sometimes. They're usually used to build up some type of tension. Yeah, I gotta enunciate a little bit better on this microphone. But yeah, that's a good tension track. Jermaine says, hey, I use live loops from Splice, Arcade, etc. for TV placements. Or can I use Splice Arcade loops for TV placements? Like Travis Barker, for example. Yeah, you can use drum loops from Splice. You cannot copyright. You can't copyright like a drum pattern. So you can use the anything that's royalty free. You can use. I did see something recently though where a library asked me to if I do use drum loops to make sure that they're a little bit. Like if I use a drum loop from Splice, for example, just make sure like to either cut it up or pitch it a little bit differently. That way, if that drum stem places of just the only drums with that loop that you used, then it won't come up as a copyright content ID strike, because people for some reason will content ID, and sometimes their drums will show up as a content ID strike. So that's something I've seen that was specifically requested. I don't do that for every library. There's some libraries where I'll use percussion loops or drum loops and keep it as is. But this one's recently specifically asked for that, which I've never seen before. So that's the only case you'll see against it. But yeah, you can use drum loops for sure. Long story short. All right, solid track by the homie Allen. This is a really good track. I feel like I said, it would fit for scene opener or drama. It has a really good drama feel to it. Love the 808. The sound selection they use is on point. I don't really have any notes for mixing. I think that's solid. I like the volume of it. Has a good dynamic. Solid track by the homie Allen. Next up, we got the homie Chikada. And this one's called Shadows. He said, work in progress. I have the vocals, which is him. Instrumental produced, but no verses, only chorus. All right, for sure. What is up, Simmer Music?
Yeah, you're in my head. I just reminisce all the things you said. No, why I can't forget all the memories. I can't handle them. My eyes, and you follow me. Shadow it surrounds and it's hard to see. No, why you're in my head. Shadow of the past that I can't forget.
It's dope. Nice switch up right here. I was gonna say that the tracks get a little bit too repetitive with the guitar loop, but since you switched it up right here, I think it's a good break. I even, right before this hook right here,
When I close my
I would even like those last 4 bars right before the chorus, just to break up the repetitiveness of the guitar, because the guitar is dope, but just to break up the same loop that's playing through, I would either reverse it or add like a little change or a variation right before it goes into the hook. It'll bring a little bit more impact to the hook when you come back in to that chorus right there. So I think that might help. But this chorus is really solid. The track is really solid. I love the guitar. I love the drum track in the background too as well. With the track, I feel like it complements as well. It's not too busy, and this will fit really well for TV, especially like MTV or Teenage Angst or like relationship shows, like reality, competition shows or any dating show like that. Would fit well for that. This is a really solid track from the homie Chikara. And nice switch up at this verse here. Dope work. Semir said, are we all making music for sync licensing? Most of us are. Some of us are just artists or producers who make beats for artists, or who just make songs just to release them to public, and they like to share their music here as well. So it's a wide community here, but the main focus on this channel is to give critiques for sync licensing. All right, next up we got the homie Music by Pumpkin. He said, hi X, I keep sending my music to music libraries, but one said that the music doesn't scream licensable when I listen to it. Other libraries aren't getting back to me either. Would these 3 work for TV? Thank you. That's a good feedback that you got. That's good feedback that you got, even if it is for only one library. It gives you a sense of why maybe other libraries are not responding. Because if they say it doesn't scream licensable, there's something that needs to be fixed. So we're gonna take a listen to these real quick, and we'll figure out what that is. All right, Music by Pumpkin. Your style usually stays the same. Like you have a very similar style for each track, which is fine. But I think that creating with intention before sending is really going to help you out. I highly recommend listening to music that is similar to your style from different music libraries. So if some of those libraries that you're sending out to have their music catalog on their website where you can actually listen to their music and stream some of their music, it'll be good to reference other tracks like this. Your track leans more emotional, and usually your style leans more emotional. So looking at like the emotional hip hop or hip hop tension along those lines on like different sites, like Extreme Music has their online player on there. I use that reference a lot. Universal Production Library. If you Google those, you'll find both of those online. They also have their catalog on there. So just kind of referencing what they're doing differently with theirs, because I feel like your tracks are like, since I've heard enough of them, they're pretty predictable as far as how they're going to sound. And I think adding a little variation and hearing different techniques that other producers might use could help you along the lines of your genre. Because I don't think the style you're making is bad, because the style definitely works for TV, but you definitely don't want it to feel predictable. And also your tracks are really quiet. Like if you compare Alan's track to your track, it's very quiet, which makes it sound like lethargic or less energetic. And I think that just getting that volume up, focusing on that mastering, getting that track louder, and then just working on your technique as far as where you're like adding little dropouts or little transitions or little variations of melodies to keep it interesting and not really loop based. Right now, what I feel like is like how you kind of have your structure is you have the structure for TV down, but you're kind of just like looping everything out and not knowing where to add or to subtract certain elements. And I think focusing on that by referencing other tracks will help you. Let's listen to this next one to see if we have the same feedback. This was better. Charismatic, your tracks are nowhere near predictable. Dope. All right, this one's a lot better. I feel like this one's a good track, but as far as that predictability, what I'm talking about by that is like the information, like this, the music you're introducing at the beginning of your track, I know for a fact it's going to probably play at the end of your track. The same stuff. There's no additional elements really being added. It's the same thing. And with TV, you want that last 8 bars that is going into that sting to have a lot of not a lot, but just a little bit of variation or something added. And you can, like, let's say right here, right, for these last 4 bars or 8 bars, you're introducing like a vocal chop or a vocal sample from Arcade or something, right, just to add a little bit more emotional depth to it. That's just going to add a little bit more variation to the track. Adding like a like an open hat here, like a tss, tss on the downbeat, that's going to add drive or variation to the track. Not just having it repetitive where you're feeling like the first hook and the last hook are very, like, you know, the same. You want to be building a little bit here at the end, and you can even tease it in the verse section. You can even introduce maybe a vocal sample or something. I think I might have an example of what I mean. All right, here's like an R&B track that I made this weekend, and I'll give you an example. So in this track, in the hook section, There's like the main meat and potatoes of the track, but at the end I add a vocal to it. I think I don't introduce that in the first hook. I'll tease it a little bit in the verse, and then I'll bring it into that last hook just to add like a little variation to the track. I pitched it down and everything just to tease it a little bit. So it's like introduced mildly there, and then it comes all together with that last hook. Everything's building into that last thing. That's just an example. That's just an R&B track or whatever, but you get the gist. It's the same thing, the same type of formula. So just, let's say you added a vocal here. You would tease it right here in the verse, put it like a lower octave, and then reintroduce it back here in the hook. And to your sting. And your stings are on point, they're solid. But I think adding those little things will kind of up the production of the track. Sometimes you can be bringing the energy and then bring it down to the sting depending on the style of the beat. Yeah, for sure. It could all change. Let's listen to this last one here. Also, if you're sending out tracks for sync licensing and you're making a link of 3 to 5 tracks of your best music, make sure that you're not using tracks that have the same fills. That's the same fill they use in that one. So if these are your 3 tracks that you're sending into a music library to get accepted, you want to make sure that none of them really have like the same, it doesn't sound like a template basically. You want to kind of flex your variety. And these, you know, this is different than this track. So that's fine. I think this is a perfect example of what I mean, right? So right now, I didn't expect that low synth to come in. That's a good example. You change it up right there for that verse. All right, this one kind of does the same thing. Here's something that you can do too, like just to add variation what I'm talking about. You want that last hook to have energy. At this last like 4 bars before that hook comes in, drop out the drums. Just have that guitar playing with the low synth. That's gonna add a little bit more emotional dynamic to it. Maybe with a riser or something that goes into the hook, but that's gonna build a little bit to that. Also, I feel like this track could be sped up a little bit, so it's not as slow. And then just bring up the mix. This is a good track though. I like this track. This is a good like emotional track too as well. You have talent, Music by Pumpkin. You definitely have what it takes to get your music license. So don't feel discouraged if you got that feedback or any feedback that I just gave. I feel like this is opportunity to grow and kind of add to your bag. You got to think like, if you're a point guard or something working on your basketball moves, right, and you have the same type of layup or the same type of move every time, it's going to become predictable and easily to guard. But you got to add to your bag a little bit, add some new moves, switch it up a little bit. Doesn't mean you need to learn a new role, like become a center or anything like that, or to become a different type of producer and do, you know, something outside of your comfort zone. But it is important to grow and have a whole variety of different techniques that you can use to up your production skills to really take over in sync licensing. I definitely feel like you have what it takes. Just keep working. And I hear you doing like the notes that we said before, like adding that 2-step hi-hat, adding the variation and stuff like that. So I hear the progress, but just a little bit more. It's going to take you to that next level. And also make sure you get your track slider. Learn some mastering techniques. That'll really help you too. What is up, Coach? I haven't seen you in a minute, Coach. What's up? Actually, it wasn't that long. FX like halftime goes a long way. Yeah, I agree with that. We making music or getting music synced? I mean, we're making music to get music synced, right? All right, next up we got the homie A-Mill. This one's called I'm Done.
Let the breaker start the current and take a hold. Don't lose my way. Breathe the vapor that you pour into my lungs. I try to change. You got a hold of me. Closest and now I see. Don't call me on. Always knew this would be hard, but I might break. Even after trying to cut you out my life, but you don't fade. I can't take it. I might break it. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. Don't call me undone.
Clean, bro. That's a really good track. A-Mill. Track was fire. I had to add that to the Spotify playlist right now because it's a solid track indeed. I feel like it would work for a lot of things. I hear Teenage Wolf, Team Blade Wolf, Teenage Vampire Film, Team Blade Wolf. I feel like it would work for like that teenage angst, but it also would work for like Love Island and stuff like that. Solid track. Opera Column with the $5 donation. I appreciate it, Opera Column. He said, "What's up, X-Cal? Since a little demo in, this track is really good, by the way." For sure, brother. I appreciate it. I'm going to play over Revision's tracks right now, and then next up, I will play. Actually, I'll just play yours real quick since it's only one, and then we're not that far off anyway. So I'm going to play Opera Column's next since he sent the donation. Then right after that, we got the homie Revision, who I believe just got signed to his first music library. So shout out to the homie Revision. It's called Sewer Drain Boats. This would be dope with some like Halloween themed lyrics over it, I feel like too. It's a dope track. A lot of textures to it. A little the grittiness, the crunchiness of the track. Little effects going on. That was a cool little white noise outro. Solid work from the homie Opera Column once again. One of the cleanest mixes on stream, hands down. It's the homie Opera Column killing it once again. Next up, we got the homie Revision. It says Happy Friday. Shout out to the homie Revision getting to his first music library. There's a few people this week who got accepted into their first library. I just saw that AJ did as well. Shout out to everybody getting linked up right now. Fire. Nice build right here. Solid. This is a good track. Revision, obviously, it works in a lot of different realms, like sports. You'll hear that in sports, drama, reality TV all day. Clean work. I think something that will be useful for you since you're starting to really get into sync and you're getting this formula down on point. The next step now is adding little dropouts and stuff like that. That really helps editors. Editors like to use dropouts and tracks to cut. And editors like to be their own like producer, music producer with the track against the actual scene. So here's an example of what I would do just for future reference. I would cut it right there, like stop so it's silent, and then bring the beat back in real quick. Another example of that. I just did this track. Here's a comedy track that I did, and right here coming up, that little pause right there, adding those little things to your production is going to be really cool, good for an editor. They love using tracks that have that. So just that next little thing, adding some spice. Everything else is solid, man. I like the way you structure the track, especially the way you bring it, like this little pre-chorus 4-bar breakdown before you get back into the hook is good. Nice build up to that hook. So nice work on that one. Let's just listen to this next one. It's called Sneaky. Nice. that's a solid track all day. That would be used all day. Nice structure again on this one. Good drama track. This next track, I'm gonna add a poll to it. Let's see if we can try to guess the genre that you guys think would best fit for TV. There's different types of genres for TV, but to go over them real quickly, there's drama and tension, which we explained earlier. There's comedy and dramedy, which is used like in awkward or comedic or funny moments. There's scene closer, which is used to close out the show. They're usually a minute and a half long. The last like a minute and a half of the track, they're used to resolve. They come to a resolution of the show. So let's say somebody's been arguing and fighting at the beginning of the show. At the end of the show, they make up. This track that's playing in the background is a scene closer. That's one example. And then there's scene opener. They're used to open up the show or open up a scene. You usually see them played in the background with like some city landscapes and stuff like that. They give you the setting of the show. The music in the background is used to kind of introduce and bring energy to the scene. You just think of like that first track that he played right there. That's a good scene opener example. You can hear that at the beginning of a scene. So let's get a poll going for this next track by the homie Revision. This one's called Enough. Let me know what you guys think this will fit under. What genre do you guys think this will fit? Nice breakdown right here. Solid. It's a good track. That has what do you guys hear with that track? Like, I hear awkwardness. That would be good, like in a comedic route. So I feel like that best genre would be dramedy and comedy. I see drama and tension on some votes. I see scene opener. That one fits as a drama and comedy one, like I said, because of the awkwardness, the little like almost silliness of the track. This good sound selection that he used. Drums are on point. Mixes on point. Solid work. You hear that all over reality TV. All over. Think of like Real Housewives and stuff. The next time your girl's watching TV, pay attention to the music playing in the background. You'll hear a lot of tracks like that. And those tracks place a lot. A lot. I love making these type of tracks because they place a lot. They give you a lot of placements. It will make you a lot of revenue if you like to get into reality TV type of music. Comedy, like detective type beats. Yeah, you'll hear that type, like sneaky detective. Those type of feelings would fit well for TV. Solid work from homie Revision. Shout out to him. Next up, who do we have? We have Nonzo back this week with some more heat. What's up, Simeon, Sean? How you doing today? I'm doing great, man. I am doing great. Cannot complain. I'm about to go see that new Dragon Ball Z movie tonight. Let me know if you guys seen it in the chat. Have not seen it yet. I'm hyped to see it. Seeing it with my best friend who's in town visiting. I cannot wait. Haven't seen a movie in a minute. Hasn't been that long actually since I've seen a movie, but I like to go to the movies a lot. All right, let's get it, Nonzo. He said both not refined to the fullest yet, but enough for feedback. What are your thoughts? Yeah, Dragon Ball Super. was fire. Is it the one where they bring back Frieza? Do they really? I didn't know they did that. That was clean, man. I don't really have any feedback as far as sync, because I think that was more has a sample in it, so you can't use samples for sync. But that track overall is fire. It would be good for like a beat battle or something, or just in general. It's a solid beat. I love beats with variation and ear candy like that. Beat was crazy. Superhero, Dragon Ball Superhero. That effect in the background is crazy. That's crazy. That beat was fire. Nice work from the homie Nonzo with the heat once again, man. This guy's talented. No feedback from me, man. Besides the fact that it's dope. Next up, we got the homie Coach. What's up, Coach? Glad to have you back. Just released this music video, Space and Opportunity. How's the sync grind been going, Coach? Are you still making music for Motion Array? Look at the squirrel, bro.
You got that juice. Maybe wanna tell the truth. Tell me over, don't turn me loose, no. Tell me, baby, what's your proof? Oh, girl, you's a liar. Oh, keep it cool with them pants on fire. Overflowing with desire. You got the gas and I got the lighter. Let's set this thing on fire. Let's blow your mind. Lay back and just enjoy the ride. I know just what you like. There's until the morning light. And love in the space, an opportunity between you and me. Nothing but space, an opportunity between you and me. Ain't nothing but space, an opportunity between you and me. Nothing but space, an opportunity between you and me. Ain't no distraction, 'cause you look so fatal attraction. I'ma give you everything you've been asking for. Guaranteed satisfaction and so much more. Tonight, let's blow your mind. Lay back and just enjoy the ride. That's what you like. There's ain't nothing but space and opportunity between you and me.
My boy Blueska dude in that TV, bro.
Between you and me. Ain't nothing but space. time it is. It's time to let go of inhibition. I'm about to make you my only mission.
With the talk box, that sounds clean. Going back to sleep. Solid, bro. Video's clean too. Did you do that yourself? Yo, Coach, you got a lot of talent, man. Like, I know there's a lot of work that you put into that track. A lot of work. Is this one of those tracks where you're like, you're sitting there and you're making, and then all of a sudden you start freestyling to, and you're like, bro, I got to make a song to this. There's a lot of work into that track. A solid work from the homie Coach. And the video is dope too as well. Clean work. I saw you said that you're submitting to libraries, but nothing yet. You're on the way, my friend. Next up, we got the homie AJ. This one's called Overtime, aka Joby. Another video.
They say good gods finish last. Well, now I'm finishing in first place.
Sorry, I put it on 4K real
Oh,
quick.
see, I got that drip on me. I guess that's why these bitches thirsty. If you ain't noticed, I switched up my focus. No listening to my heart only leads to being broken. Now a nigga moving smart. Only weed that I be smoking. No more getting drunk.
What happened, bro? Oh, no, I got to play it on. Because I'm streaming. They don't want me to play it on 4K.
Used to face the bottle like a blunt. When my daughter asks for something, I can get her what she wants. And that's all I really want. No more getting drunk. Used to face the bottle like a blunt. When my daughter asks for something, look, I want some more kids. That's why I changed the way that I live. Love used to be a slave to that shit. Now they see me slave on my shift. I see the bigger picture. Pappy taught me how to draw it. Weed got me feeling euphoric. Got my degree, but I couldn't do corporate. Still, I gotta make it. If wisdom's what you seek, then I'll do my best to fake it. No matter the situation, I'm standing right next to David. That's without explanation. I am my brother's keeper. Used to rock my brother's clothes, my brother's sneakers. So much my brother let me keep them. Now I pray for his kids before I go to sleep. If I ain't make a couple hundred, then I had a bad weekend. I done had too many bad weekends. Residual income, I need that and then some. Till then I slave for this pension. 10,000 hours and I'm on my grind. When I lost my mother, nearly lost my mind. Fell to rock bottom, now it's time to climb. So while y'all put in work, I put in overtime, overtime.
Dope, man. Killed it, Joby. I love the ad libs that you add to it. Love the topics that you're talking about. All around, it's a solid track indeed.
Now they see me slave on my shift. I see the bigger picture. Pappy taught me how to draw it. Weed got me feeling euphoric.
It's a clean track. Coach, yeah, I definitely think your track was syncable, bro. What's up, Crystal Renee Music? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Child at Heart? You said, I'm confused. Is this a sync placement or is this feedback stream? Also, hi. This is a feedback stream. Sync licensing song critique. We sit here, we tell you why or why not we think your music will fit for TV. But if you have music you just want to send out that you have just sitting on there that you want feedback on, or you just want to play on the stream, kind of flex a little bit, we also do that as well. Let's get it. Can I submit one? Yes. To submit it, you can go to the description below. In the description, you'll find a link to Discord. After you go to Discord, you want to make sure that you go to the live TV placement song critique thread in the Discord. not the Share Your Music one, the thread. If you don't see it, what you can do is you go to Share Your Music and you click this little hashtag on the top right. It says threads, and you'll see the live TV placement song critique section. Or you can just hover your mouse over Share Your Music and it'll pop up as well. But just please make sure you put it in the live TV placement song critique section so we can go over your music. Next up, we already played Opera Columns. Next up, we got the homie AJ again. This one's called Infidelity. It has 2 curses, he said, and it's a disco link.
Tell me what you wanna do. You want me, I want you. We both know there's risk involved, but for you I'd risk it all. Always pick up when you call, cause I know it's going down. What you wanna do. You want me, I want you. We both know there's risk involved, but for you I risk it all. Always pick up when you call, cause I know it's going down. Girl, you got me acting so stupidly. Yeah, yeah. If wifey finds out, then she's shooting me. Yeah, yeah. But I get a rush when it's you and me. Yeah, yeah. The things that we do when it's you and me. Things you do to me. The love you gotta hide's always the worst kind. Every time we fuck feels like the first time. Can never truly love you and it hurts trying. So we live in the moment and it works fine. If you start catching feelings, I'ma
This is
need
dope.
my distance. Your man acting up, I'ma mind my business. You know what this is. Don't make me show you what this isn't. If you play your part, you'll forever be my mistress. Tell me what you wanna do. You want me, I want you. We both know there's risk involved, but for you I'd risk it all. Always pick up when you call, cause I know it's going down. What you wanna do. You want me, I want you. We both know there's risk involved, but for you I risk it all. Always pick up when you call, cause I know it's going down.
Nice little outro right there. Joe B, another one, dope as well. I pulled up his link on the screen so you guys can see. I've shared this before. Joe has shared this before as well, but I think this is very important to highlight for anybody who is an artist specifically. If you're a producer too as well, this is good information to know. But artists, this is gonna, like, these are the things that'll help you really stand out and get those and build those relationships. He has a disco link. Disco is really good because it's industry standard right now for sync licensing. It works really well for music supervisors and music libraries or sync agents because they're starting to use this. It's a very clean little platform. You can see right here. You can download the wave to it. You can download the MP3, or they can save it to their own playlist on Disco. But what I really wanted to highlight is the fact that he had all his information here. He has his his manager here, which is not, you don't really, if you don't have a manager, it's fine. But he has his email where you can contact him. This is really important right here. He said all works fully owned and copyrighted. A lot of times music supervisors do not want to work with a lot of different artists because they have to worry about the track not being owned or copyrighted. That involves them to have more work, or sometimes sometimes involves them having to scratch the song entirely from the show because they have to track down all that information and they find out there's like a sample used by the producer or something. The fact that that it's copyrighted is very important. He has custom work available. That way, if they have any requests they need or specific songs they need, he's saying that he's available to do it, record it, and edit it himself. Also, instrumental available, super important. If you have a vocal, you always want that instrumental. I think this is a really professional way to approach someone if you're trying to get into music licensing as an artist. So dope work. Check out Disco if you haven't already. I'm not affiliated with them at all. I just think it's really important to kind of share those little gems, these little just knowing this little bit of information. It will help you as an artist, I think, a lot, especially if you're sending to like a sync agent or a music supervisor. Solid work from the homie Joe. Baby making music, yeah. I think this will fit well for like a track. Think about like the show Insecure on HBO. Like that track would fit perfectly for a show like that. Even with the cuss words available, like cuss words in the track, that's fine. If it's on like HBO or something. Let me pull back to Discord real quick and keep it moving. Really nice hook, super nice track, soulful. Yeah, I agree. Did you get feedback on the tracks that you submitted? Yes, sir, I did. The tracks are dope. Where can I submit again? I'm lost. All right, so if you're seeing the screen right now, after you go to the description, you'll get a Discord link. You want to sign up. Discord is very easy. You just put your username and it makes an account for you already. After that, you're going to see these little threads right here on the left. You want to go to the live TV placement song critique thread. If you don't see it, you can click share your music and click the little hashtag. Or you might see something on the left right here that says active threads. Just make sure you click the little hashtag and then pop it up. Or hover over share your music. If anybody in the chat has had trouble with submitting before and you have figured it out, do you mind sharing with Child at Heart, letting them know what they can do in case they don't see any of that, what I just shared. All right, next up we got the homie Simeon. Said, how do you call it? This one's like a scene closer type of vibe. Simeon, this is style. Kind of emotional as well, but I think it will work well for a scene closer by the way you built it. If you do want to start submitting to sync, some feedback I can give that might help. I really like the little like mallets and bells that you added in the background. It sounds really nice, really colorful. Nice sound selection on that point. Nice melodies, very colorful. I think something that might help, just to give it a little bit more professional feel, like the pianos you put on there, not having them all lined up and quantized equally, like having them, I would probably use like a different piano, or if you do use that piano, turn down the velocities a little bit, have a little variation of the velocity. So if you're playing a chord, not every note of the chord is playing at the same velocity, and it's not all on the grid. You kind of want it to sound a little bit more authentic and organic. So having it off grid a little bit, or I like to use the strumizer effect on FL Studio sometimes, just to kind of get the piano off the grid a little bit, to kind of sound more natural, like a real piano is playing. Because not every single note you play on the chord is going to hit at the same time. It's going to be a little bit offset a little bit. That's a solid track for like scene closer. If if you want to send for sync too as well, I would focus on structure too. This one's more emotional. What's up, Quad X? Oh, just cut off. Let me see something real quick. Somebody asked, what is the structure for sync? I have a video on it if you look how to structure or how to arrange beats for TV placements. But every track, I mean, not every genre or style of music is going to be the same. There's going to be a little bit of variation, but the principles are all pretty much the same. You don't want long intros. So like if he was sending this track for sync, I would cut this intro down. Just get into that breakdown where the chorus is faster. You have a chorus and then a verse. The verse is like a stripped down version of the chorus. You want it to be kind of minimal, percussive in some cases, depending on the track. The reason why is because that's where the dialogue's going to be, usually for the most part. You don't want it to be too busy or too distracting. And then at the end here, the same hook, but adding a little bit more energy to it to go into a sting. If you don't know what a sting is, let me play a sting real quick. That little hit at the end is a sting. They're used to transition from one scene to another. In TV shows, they use that to kind of smoothly transition tracks. It's just a hit of the root note at the end, layered with like a kick or 808 or something, or a bass. As far as feedback on this one, Simeon, I think it's a solid like R&B track, but I do think that something that will help you take that production to the next level is investing into some sounds. Some of these sound very stock or maybe dated a little bit. Just having a little bit of nice updated sounds will kind of help you. I recommend downloading like Kontakt Player because you seem like you have like a nice R&B. You like to use like organic sounds like the piano or strings and stuff like that. I think Kontakt is free. It's a free player. The banks you have to pay for it, but the player is free and you can find some free sounds with it. But Kontakt has some really nice pianos and stuff that'll really complement your style well, I think. Because there's nothing wrong with the melodies or how you're structuring the track or anything as far as like the drums, anything like that. But I think adding those updated sounds will bring your production to that next level because you have that nice R&B smooth sound to you. Solid work from the homie Simeon though. Next up, we got the homie Tara Dang. I saw a question that said, what are your thoughts on Dolby Atmos? Is there a demand for those in sync licensing? At the moment, in my expertise, no, but maybe it could be different for trailer or cinematic. I'm not really familiar with anybody really requesting Dolby Atmos. Usually that's done in post-production. And they'll have the, when they're having like post-production, especially for like a film or something, they'll have a mix down team and they'll pretty much mix down the track to mix into, 5.1 or 7.2. Or Atmos in this situation. That really goes down to the post-production, not really on the producer or composer from my experience. Nazo said, greatly appreciate the tip, focusing on scripted series with my music. That's dope, man. You got a dope style. I think it will fit well for that. Well, yeah, I got contact, but don't use it much. Thanks for the feedback. Next, okay, for sure, no problem. Next up, we got the homie Tara. This is solid, Tara. I like this. Nice switch up right here. All right, Tara, I don't have feedback on that one. That's a good track. It would fit well for like a scene opener for TV. Really dope mix, clean, nice variation. Overall, that's a solid track. Let me see if you have a sting on it. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, that's a dope track. Overall, solid work. Next up, we got the homie Flares. If you guys know who Flares is, he is crazy. So drop some swords in the chat, some sword emojis for the homie Flares, because he kills it with the trailerized orchestral cinematic music. This is a show intro he put. It's a theme song, huh? Clean. Flares, this is for a theme song, isn't it? I think this will fit really well for a theme song. He said this one's epic. Solid. It's still solid though, regardless. You have a very clean mix of this. Sounds very organic. Nice textures to it. Kids show, everything cooking, lighthearted. Yeah, it's very lighthearted feel. Definitely will fit in a lot of places, I feel like. It seems like it has that theme song feel, especially the way you bring it at the end right here. And I think the most important thing is that that it's catchy. Theme songs pay a lot, man. Oh my gosh. I got a theme song on I didn't even know I had it until I checked my royalty statement. I got it on Netflix Get Home Edit or Get Home Organized. And I didn't realize like they pay good, man. If you get a theme song placement and it airs multiple seasons, your song is usually the track that's playing. You get a good amount of money. A good amount of money for theme songs. It's one of the highest paying type of placements. Outside of like trailers or ads. Solid work from the homie Flares once again, showing his versatility. Next up, we got the homie Tara. This one's called Beat for Zai, Thai beat. Hey. Hey. Hey, nope. I review all types of music. Sin. Is there two 808s playing at this point right here? Sounds like there's two. That was dope. I feel like that works for Sync all day. I have a couple tracks that are very minimal, very percussive driven that have placed. They work well for TV because they really feel well for dialogue. Solid work. Next up, we got the homie CTH. He said, made this for some suspense, cinematic scene. Maybe it's a bit too long at the moment. Oh, hold up. You said there is two? I recommend if you do that, if you have FL Studio, reverse the polarity on one of the 808s. That way it doesn't clash as much. Or just EQ out like the attack of that top end 808, the mid one, and then EQ out the low on the mid one, and then reverse that for the low one, if that makes sense. So if for the mid one you want to keep the attack on it, but you want to take out the low end, and on the low you want to keep the low end but take out the attack. That way it doesn't clash as much, and then reverse polarity so you don't run into phasing issues. It isn't like a drama show, right? This is dope. I feel like this would work well for a drama show. It has a good like tension to it. I think what you can do, a couple things. The doon 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 doon, that main melody, I would take it out here in that middle section. Like right here. Let it rest a little bit. That way it's not playing throughout the whole track. give it room to breathe, and then at the end, build more suspense at the end. You want this to build a little bit more, like drums, either drums getting a little bit more intense, or adding some impacts and stuff, impact effects to build into that sting. Because usually, if you think about the drama that's happening in a show, it's building over time. Or the suspense in a show, it's going to be building over time. So adding that little suspense at the end would be solid there. Other than that, it has a good feel. I think it will fit well for sync placements. Next up, we got Jane Hot. She has 2 tracks. He or she, Child at Heart. All right, bringing up Spotify right now. This one's called Church of Channels. Why isn't this opening? Let me open it in Spotify. Spotify's kind of slow on my computer when I stream for some reason. So oh, here we go. Give me 1 sec. Here we go. Okay, I was right.
Shit, I've been here before. I'm not ready for more. Look like she ready for war. I'm about to run for the door, picking me up and then bringing me down. She get in my head, then she kicking me out. Think I've had enough, so I'm looking around. But I had enough, but she look what I found. Picking it up and I'm dropping it up. Tell me you're sorry, I don't give a fuck. I've been through it all, yeah, I know what's up. You lie through your teeth and you know how to bluff. Me up and she bringing me down. She get in my head, then she kicking me out. Think I've had enough, so I'm looking around. But I had enough, but she look what I found. Picking me up and then bringing me down. She get in my head, then she kicking me out. Think I've had enough, so I'm looking around. But I had enough, but she look what I found. Getting ready for the battle, she been ready with a weapon, but I'm prepped for Armageddon at the second I step in. You know I'm betting that she reckon I'ma grab her by the neck and catch a murder on my record. Shit and hate for the record. She really coming at my ass with a chainsaw. Switch it up, bitch. I already took the blades off. I ain't gonna tell you when the motherfucking blades are. Look at how we both go running for the same car. Crazy as shit, I can't even quit it, cause Bay got me whipped. Down by the bay, I was smoking a zip. She came behind me and I heard the clip. She coming back with a loaded mag. She coming back, but I'm over that. All of them stacking, I noticed that. Been through enough, I ain't going back. Look at the way I've been fishing. I reel in the crazy ass bitches. They get what they want, then they dipping. They getting me into submission. They putting me in a position where I lost my trust and I don't think I'll fix it. Never had luck when it comes to this shit and I never gave up yet. But this time I'm thinking like screw this, cause this new chick always telling me I'm really fucking useless. I'm about to lose it, do something stupid. I don't know what's too far but she's ruthless. Bitch is a witch with a broomstick. She casting a spell on me, catching a felony. Actually held on me, losing myself, losing my faith. I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this.
I'm hearing movie vibes in this. I hear movie vibes.
Picking me up and I'm feeling myself, bringing me down till I'm killing myself. Never been one to be full of myself. Just know when I'm gone that you couldn't have helped. Picking me up and then bringing me down. She get in my head, then she kicking me out. Think I've had enough, so I'm looking around. But I had enough, but she look what I found. Picking me up and then bringing me down. She get in my head, then she kicking me out. Think I've had enough, so I'm looking around. Thought I had enough, but shit, look what I found. What are you doing? Get out of my house. You cheated, you bitch, I don't want you around. I'd be a lot better if you left the town. I'd be a lot better if you were not found. Try this again, but it'll not work. I give you my heart, that shit'll get burnt. If I'm coming back, you treat me like dirt, but more like a diamond is what I am worth. Terminate you like Arnold. Even if you turn, bitch, I know it wouldn't work, cause I'm inside of the church of Cardinals.
I thought the same thing, Simmer. I hear the same thing. Alright, I'm gonna play this next one. That track is solid. That's a good cinematic track. Good fit well for like trailers or a movie. Just imagine like the credits of a movie playing, that track is playing after the movie just ended. Something intense just went on, like an action movie or something. Let's play this next one. The last track we're gonna play on stream will be Terra's at this last one. So if you have any submissions, please hold off on them, except for next week. The last one we'll be playing is Terra's. Nice sound effects. Good dropouts here. A lot of space. Quad X is trolling. It's a good drama suspension type of track, tension suspense type of track. I feel like that would fit well for like a scripted series. Scripted series being like Breaking Bad, Ozark. Those are the type of scripted series I'm talking about. That's a dope track. Solid track. I think the only feedback I would have is a mixing, but you did say in the chat that you didn't mix it yet. But still, overall, solid track. Love the little dropouts. A lot of room for dialogue there. Keswick is just the homie who comes to the stream as well and makes some really cool type of tracks that kind of have this vibe a little bit. He has a good sound effects and grittiness to his music as well. Quad X, I recommend you going into the beginning of the stream and checking out Keswick's tracks he turned in 2. They're really cool. I like them a lot. First one was super dope. Next up, speaking of Quad X, we have Quad X. This one's called In Out. Yeah, Keswick was the first ones we played.
Quad X.
dope quad X. This 808's coming in kind of hot on this one, but it's still dope. I feel like it's way louder than the rest of the track. It's called Serpent. Giving you Mafia vibes. I can hear that.
Quad X.
My 808 roll was nasty. There's like 3 different 808s in this track. And they all sound cool. That's what I'm saying. Charismatic. Alright, I'm gonna pause it right there because we're at 2.5 minutes, but that track is clean. That's a good track. Quad X with another one. The 808s on that are crazy. Next up, we got Jermaine. This one's called Box Office. All right, here we go. All right, Jermaine, I feel like this one, I see where you're going with it, with the drama vibe. I think it needs more structure, though. Like, you have the drum and 808 pattern playing through the entire track. Definitely want to add some variations, introduce hi-hats in different points, take out claps or 808s in certain points. And I think the structure of the melodies need a little bit more, I guess, pattern to it, because it feels like it's more sporadic of how you had kind of like the melodies with the 808 horns and stuff like that. So getting it a little bit more structured and cohesive into more musicality, I guess, would be the word I would use, would help you. But definitely, I see where you're going with the drama vibes, though. I see you put TV movie or up-tempo movie trap. I think it leads more TV, like dramatic for drama for TV. I think if you did like a faster horn, it would be more like sports for that type of vibe. Next up, we got the homie CTH again. This was called Playing in the Mud. It's a comedy track right here. This type of stuff you guys hear on TV all day. This is like the signature TV for comedy. This comedy, though, is being a little bit, it's more like now used on like TLC or maybe something more kid friendly would be this style. Overall, I think it's a solid track, though. I think it would work. What did I do? Yeah, okay, here we are. Good mix on that too as well. Comedy kids show, yeah, definitely. Happy vibes, yep. That would fit well for TV. Next up, we got Sin Electric. Said, trying to get this placed in the next Tarantino film. Haha, hopefully, much love. That'd be cool.
So we meet again. Only my love.
This is cool.
Fantasy with my heart around your neck. If we don't fight, I'll see you in the end. I can find my way 1,000 times. Ain't no shame. I'll be the echo in your brain, drawn to the tempo of my pain. All the more haunting my soul. Ain't no shame. I'll be the echo in your brain, drawn to the tempo of my pain. All the more haunting my soul. Drag me down.
Jeez. This person is good.
Just to feel something. Again, my silhouette becomes my only friend. In your own spite, you watch as I descend. After all this time, I'm wearing thin. Ain't no shame. I'll be the echo in your brain, drawn to the tempo of my pain. All the more haunting my soul. Ain't no shame. I'll be the echo in your brain, drawn to the tempo of my pain. All the more haunting my soul.
This is perfect. That was ridiculous. Oh my goodness. Super talented, Sin. Wow. Voice is dope. The music video was super entertaining. Loved all the film references. They matched up perfectly too as well. That's ridiculous. I don't know if you've already submitted to sync licensing or if you're just getting started or what. You have a lot of creativity, a lot of talent. And I think that if you are trying to get the sync licensing, the best approach to pitch a song like that would be to submit it, in my opinion, to either a music supervisor if you own the instrumental and all the copyright to it. If not, then having a sync agent who can help you with that. Sync agencies are good for tracks like this, in my opinion. They help you pitch it. They take a small fee, but overall, it's really good because they have good connections with music supervisors who will actually place your music on films and stuff. Solid work, Sin. Nicely done. Really talented. Highly impressed. That track was fire. Next up, last but not least, we got Terra again. This one is a drill comedy track. Did you guys get all the movie references in there? That's really cool. Nicely done. Good luck with that. Let us know what happens. Nicely done. That's a good track. I feel like I would go and rework the structure a little bit on that one, and then turn up the pizzicato and the bell in the background. Even out the drums with the melodies, because it's like too loud compared to the actual melodies. The melodies are really quiet, but the drums are hitting really loud and impactful. So either getting those melodies up or turning the drums down a little bit to blend them a little bit. Other than that, the beat had a nice energy to it. Good comedy track too as well. I think you're on the right spot as far as comedy. Nicely done. That is the last track of the day. I appreciate everybody who came through the stream, everybody who's new or anybody who's submitted before. Glad to have you back again. You guys killed it once again. Very impressed with the talent in this group. You guys are dope. Charismatic, thanks for chilling with the homie all day, even though you did submit this week. I appreciate you hanging out. You guys have a great weekend. Happy Friday, everybody. We'll catch you next Friday. We'll be back at the same time, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Looking forward to it.